Welcome to Edithville, our turn-of-the-century miners' cottage in Bendigo, Victoria. Join myself, Dan, and my partner, Branden, as we transform our little house into a home. Renovating, decorating, gardening, and creating. Building our life in rural Australia. Not to forget our miniature poodle, Sprocket. Come along with us as we document the changes and experience the journey in our beautiful home. We're getting ready to put in the new window, or the second-hand window that we got, and we got that ages ago, so I'm doing all the repair work to it at the moment, and we thought that it was probably a little bit more solid than what it is because I've dug out where there was any kind of rot, and it didn't look like there was much. Maybe because it was sitting on the side of the house for a while, even though it was elevated, and it was covered. Maybe there's just been a little bit more progressive rot going on, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. It doesn't look very pretty at the moment, but we have a plan to putty it all back up and to make it look much better than what it is at the moment. And I've used a couple of different products. So one of the products I've used is this Earl's Wood Hardener for rotten wood. So you can, as per the instructions here, you spray it, you let it cure and dry, and I have sprayed the window liberally with this, and then I'm going to use some builder's bog, which is turbo builder's bog, which means that I can mix this, pack this in to all of these cavities, make it look all nice and pretty, sand it back, paint it up, and it will be back to normal, because this type of window would cost a fortune otherwise. So this, unfortunately, is the damage. So it's dark now because I've sprayed it, but this is what I've been able to dig out so far. So way worse than what we thought it was going to be. That's okay. I am going to use my sculpting skills and I'm going to fix this up. This section is going to be glued back together. You can see that that moves. So that's all going to get glued and screwed back together and bogged up properly. And then these little wings are going to get cut off. So I'm not too concerned by those. But there's a little bit of work that I'll need to do up here. I'm going to spray and bog up here as well. But this is all nice and hard. Everything else is perfect. It's just the actual sill, which is always an issue with windows. So I'll show you the progress of that, and the idea is to have this all done and painted up by Sunday for the install. So I've got a little bit of work ahead of me, but there's nothing like a hot air gun to help, and products to bodgy it up. Okay, so I have done the hardening on this, painted that. You can see it's shiny. That is the hardening, and I've done a couple of coats actually, so we've got a lot to pack here. So I want it to be nice and hard and firm, and then I can work around all of that, so that all seems to be working pretty well. And now it's trying to make it look pretty, so I'm going to use the turbo builder's bog, mix that up, make sure that it's a slow mix so that I've got time to actually bog it up, and see how we go, see how pretty I can make this look. Here we are with kind of like the first installment, I suppose. You can see here how I'm starting to build up the putty. I'm trying to just try little areas as well, puttied up around here, and I've got to go in there. sorry to put you upside down, but I've got to putty all in there and build up all of this area here. So that's going to take a lot more than what I thought. So I'm going to have to buy some more putty to be able to do that. I do have another container, but this stuff is really kind of... thank God I'm outside, because it's almost like using resin in the way that it smells. So, you know, small doses is probably good. But I have a bit of a job ahead of me, really. So I'm just going to keep on working on that. I'll buy some more tomorrow. I'm going to have a break now, do some more tomorrow night when I get home from work. But this stuff is supposed to dry nice and rock hard, and then you can sand it back. So clearly I have to get it all nice and level, let it do its thing, and then we'll be right to sand it back and make it nice and pretty and paint it up. Okie dokie, here we are, bogging up. Managed to fill all of it and overfill it so that I can sand it back. Fill all underneath the window, give that a good sand back. I've put in 5 screws here as well, and then I've put bog in as well as glue, but I'm going to wait for that to all set, and then I'm going to come in and re-bog all of this as well, and make sure that we're all nice and sealed. Done any gaps up the top here as well, so I'm just waiting for this to all dry, and should be ready to do some sanding and then ready to do some painting. So as you can see, we're ready to do some sanding. Okay, so it's all sanded down. So now I'm going to paint the undercoat, and then let that dry, and then paint the top coat, which is going to be a gloss white enamel. Should keep it nice and waterproof as well. So yeah, watch this space. Here we have the first coat. So this is the primer. I'll probably go over a little bit more because I've gone up into these corners here to seal off anything as well, but I have to wait for that to dry to be able to paint the actual window and move the window down. But it's looking pretty good so far. As I said, it probably needs a second coat in patches, and then be able to do the final coats in the liquid enamel, which will be really good, and should have a new window ready for Sunday's install, which will be really lovely. The top windows aren't moving at all, so that's why I'm just painting them in place. It's the bottom windows that are going to open and close, and I've got some hooks that a friend gave to me to hook them open, and I'll probably jimmy them up a little bit as well, but apart from that, they're pretty much ready to go. Update on the window: I have just painted the first coat of the gloss white, which I'm pretty happy with. It will definitely need another coat or two. I'm happy to coat it multiple times because I want it to be as waterproof as possible, given that it's a window. But yes, super happy. Nice and glossy, which is good. That's what I was after. So my plan is to put it in after this coat and paint it when it's actually in and it's got the trim work around it, because I'm going to have to paint the trim work as well. And clearly I'm going to have to paint the bottom windows, which I will do once I've removed the mechanisms and stuff, but that can all happen when it's in situ. I just get up a ladder and paint it. It's really not going to be too much of a drama. It'll go in tomorrow, so more filming tomorrow, so you get to see what it looks like in all its glory, and the challenge of us actually putting it in. That should be fun. What do you think, Sprox? It's like, Dad, I don't care. So as you can see, I've started to pull all the paneling away. For the window install, I'll have to get up there and remove that panel up there so we can remove this whole window, but I'm starting to jimmy out the surround so we can actually get the windows out of here and just, you know, remove them all. The window is out. I'm going to show you exactly how rotten it was because you'll see why we're removing it, because it was pretty bad, to be honest. So easily fell apart. But let's see if I can find, this is part of the sill. You can see how open and rotten that is. So yes, that is now gone, and we have this lovely opening which isn't big enough, so we're going to have to make it bigger. But I'm just going to wait for Andrew and Rob to turn up, because they're going to help with this whole process. I don't want to do something that I'm not supposed to do before they turn up and create more work for us. But hopefully the weather holds out and we'll be on track.
See me doing something wrong, you let me know.
Oh, good. I reckon you've done a lot more of this stuff than I have. But look, as Dan said, between all of us, we'll figure it out.
And hey, if I have to go and buy another stud, I'll go and buy another stud.
Yeah, I think that's exactly.
That's where it'll be biting on the bottom.
I'm just trying to see where.
It was into the bottom plate.
Let's try and look. Just try and move.
That's the go. Like there's something. There you go.
We're still doing it. Woohoo! Well, why don't we double check our measurements and then we can mark where we've got to cut the boards there. Handsaw.
Handsaw.
Maybe?
Yes.
Where did Branden put something?
Same as me.
I'm like, I don't own a handsaw. Damn, it's a new toy.
$10 special.
Yeah. No, you're probably hitting that cord. So let's get rid of that.
She's free.
Indeed.
Comes out.
Not doing anything, is it?
Not really. Yep.
Taking that insider out, right? I think we knew what we were doing.
Well, as long as we make it look like that. Lucky mojo. It's not really that much to kind of like a building, is there?
Well, this is pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Logic and common sense, you know.
Yeah.
That worked.
Piece of piss.
Give it a whack. Yep.
Oh!
Now,
That's a bit more dramatic.
Who needs Sacred Heart Cathedral when you've got Edithville Studio with this massive window opening now?
Right, so...
Sacred Heart has nothing. Nothing!
inside, yeah. Yeah, I think we want this to be running flush with that, don't we? You reckon? No, okay. Could go out a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, let's hope for level.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's been to this house, I guarantee it's not. What a fucking miracle! Oh my god.
Great, well that saves us a lot.
Thank God for that.
So now we're going to extend it.
Measure twice, cut once. That's pretty good.
Looks pretty good.
yeah.
Thank you. Rob's happy,
Yeah,
we're all happy.
Have you got it right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, have you got a countersink bit there?
New. That is one thing I do.
Let me just go. I think I've got one in the van.
That's a serious thing.
So that's hardwood it's going to, I think, isn't it?
Should be.
Yeah. We want to get this head completely in.
Yeah, you might have to go a little bit more.
Dig a hole.
That's alright. I'm used to puttying things
Yeah.
up.
Give it a go.
That's as far as we can go. Before I have to putty for days.
Flush? Is it below?
It's below.
Beautiful. Okay, so now.
Good, I did a good job! Yay!
In. Sounds like it.
Yep, that's
Right. Right. Okay. Couple of minutes. Here-ish. So how's the window? Is that still playing? Well, these are all sport. I knew that. You can whack a couple of your screws through.
Thanks!
Stuff that if we just did then,
It's a little puppy dog.
we could just whack across the top and that would be a temporary,
A temporary thing.
you know, just with a couple of screws in case we get another deluge.
And then... Hi, puppy! Hello! Hello, beautiful! Hello! Hello! This is my friend Sam's little puppy dog. You are so gorgeous. You are just adorable.
Hello, you're not very old, are you?
She's so gorgeous. Look at... Yeah, she's a miniature poodle. Sprocket! Who's this?
Just a bit of cross there to stop the water getting in for now.
And then that'll probably.
He's like, I'm jealous. Probably be... No!
No, we'll cut some.
Get proper flashing, but what I might do is fill some of it.
So what I could do, I mean, we could sort of, you know, have a piece of timber and cut a rebate in it, so it sort of went back onto the boards a bit better and sort of house the
How's the frame as well?
frame as well. I mean, I can do that on a table saw or something.
The frame or something. Oh
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I mean, we can just measure that up and do that. You know, we can.
All right.
We can fix it up as we go. But
For now, we'll just whack something across the top.
I just think whack something. Just with a couple of screws in there. Sit it on top of here.
Yeah.
Just that. So how long?
So can we pinch another one of these?
Yeah, gotcha.
What about the bit of the off cut? Is that long enough? I'm not sure. It will not look dodgy.
No, it won't. No, dodginess that
You're
I.
filming me saying it will not look dodgy.
You're on camera. I've got you now. It won't look dodgy,
Okay,
he says.
okay.
It won't look dodgy, but
It won't look dodgy.
no. So here we have the window installed, screwed into place. There's trim work and stuff that we still need to do, and I need to putty up down the back here, and this is all going to get painted black. I'll have to remove the window, as I've already explained, just before all the weather starts. And we've just done a little bit of trim work there for the meantime, but that's all waterproof. And I'll start cleaning up, and we'll do some proper trim, and then we can start painting everything else.